Hello student, welcome back to online lecture on Junior Accountancy channel. Student, today we solve the fourth practice problem of the partnership final account. So first of all, we just read the practice problem number 4, which is in front of you. So first only read the problem. From the following, trial balance of Messrs. Meena and Madhav prepare the trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Student, from this para we understood that there is a Meera and Madhav who carry the business partnership firm, and here they asked to prepare the trading and profit and loss account along with the balance sheet for the year ended 31st March 2019. So here they, for that purpose, they provide us the trial balance as on 31st March 2019. From this date we understood that our current financial year is 18 and 19. So first of all, we just read the debit balance list with amount. First, stock, in bracket they give us the date 1st April 2018. From date we understood that the stock is opening stock, amount rupees 25,000, debtors 80,500, bills receivable 10,000, purchases 2,08,500, returns 1,000. Student, here returns means sales returns. Okay, the debit balances of return is the sales return. Next, carriage inward 3,000, carriage outward that is 4,500, motor vehicle 55,000, general expenses 1,800, export duty 900, advertisement 4,800. But along with that they provide in bracket a certain information for 3 years from the date of 1st October 2018. It means, and bracket completed, it means from this information we understood that advertisement is incurred at the date of from 1st October 2018. From this date we understood that in this our current year total 6 months benefit of this advertisement that partnership firm taken. Okay, and remaining period, that is 30 months of advertisement is the prepaid advertisement. So here we calculate the current year's advertisement. That is how it is calculated: 4,800 into 6 divided by, it means 6 month divided by 36 months. So we get the current year's advertisement, that we get the amount of rupees 800, and that we recorded in trading account, outer column of the profit and loss account debit side. Profit and loss account debit side, we show it on the outer column as rupees 800. So 800 is the current year's advertisement, and remaining amount, that is 4,800 minus 800, remaining amount is 4,000. That 4,000 amount is related to the next year, so we show it as a prepaid advertisement. So student, here the hidden adjustments related to the advertisement, and we show the second effect of this on balance sheet asset side. So it is a hidden adjustment, so we just put a tick mark before that advertisement. Next item is given the printing and stationery, that is 1,200. Okay, drawing of Meera, that is 3,500, Madhav's drawing is 2,000. Then leasehold premises they given, that is 1,10,000. Okay, student, what is the leasehold premises? It is a fixed assets. Okay, that fixed assets here means where the tenant or the leaseholder means who hold the assets on a lease basis. Okay, it means that leaseholder has a right to temporarily hold the ownership of that assets on lease base for a particular period of time. So that's why purpose that leasehold premises is fixed assets for a partnership firm. Okay, so that's why it is shown on the balance sheet asset side. That amount is 1,10,000. Cash at bank 45,000. Furniture is 8,300. So here our debit balance list is finished. The total of this debit balance is 5,65,000. Now we read the credit balance list. Bank overdraft amount is rupees 5,000, bills payable 12,500, creditors 68,000, sales 3,25,000, outstanding rent 2,000. Student, directly outstanding rent gives us, it is directly first effect we show it on the balance sheet liability side. It's a current liability. Similarly, they gives us the unpaid wages. Outstanding means the unpaid, just only the words they change, that is the unpaid. It is also the outstanding. This is also the current liability. So unpaid wages also we show it on the balance sheet liability side as a current liability. Amount is 1,000 500. Okay, then capital of the Mira is 75,000, Madhav's capital is 75,000, then last one is the purchase return, that is 1,000. Okay, and the total of the trial balance is 5,65,000. It means the tally trial balance they provide us. Okay, along with this they provide the adjustment, which is called as the additional informations. We know that every adjustment has two effects, and we also presented in the final accounts also, and every trial balance has only one effect. Okay, so now we read the adjustment one by one. Closing stock, first adjustment, closing stock is valued at rupees 32,000. It's the closing stock of this current years. So we show it on the trading account credit side and balance sheet as a current asset. So here this adjustment is not related to the trial balance, so we cannot put any tick mark in trial balance item. Now we see this second adjustment, provide the provision for doubtful debts of rupees 2,000. Okay, so here there is a additional new provision is made for the doubtful debts. So this adjustment is related to the debtors, so we put a tick mark before this debtors in trial balance debit balance list. Okay, that provision for doubtful debts, first of all we deducted from the balance sheet, next we second we show it on the profit and loss account debit side as RDD in adjustment, or you can write it as a provision for doubtful debts. Now third adjustment is create the reserve for discount on debtors at the rate of 3%. Again this adjustment is related to the debtors. We already put the tick mark before the debtors. And there is a reserve for discount on debtors. Here we on balancing amount of the debtors. Balancing amount means what? After deducting the this provision for doubtful debts amount of rupees 2,000 from the debtors, whatever may be the balancing amount we find, on that balancing amount we calculate the 3% of reserve for discount on debtors. First effect we show it on the balance sheet, and second effect on profit and loss account debit side. So here also no need to put the tick mark because already we tick the debtors. Okay, next fourth adjustment, valued of leasehold premises on 31st March 2019 rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so here they gives us the information that in your trial balance the leasehold premises they gives us, which is a fixed assets. We have already discussed that fixed assets is at the end of the year show it as rupees 1 lakh. It means in trial balance they show it the amount of rupees 1,10,000. Now it shows as a 1 lakh rupees at the end of the year. So here the difference of rupees 10,000 is of rupees 10,000. Here we assume that the difference is because of the depreciation. So here we show the depreciation effect. First effect from in balance sheet we showed the 10,000 as a depreciation, and second effect is shown on the profit and loss account debit side. So here it is necessary to give the space for leasehold premises, so we put a tick mark before the leasehold premises. Okay, now next and last adjustment, that is fifth adjustment, outstanding expenses printing and stationery of rupees 500. Here the printing and stationery related adjustment is there, so we just put a tick mark before this printing and stationery, which is available on the trial balance debit balance list. Okay, so we put a tick mark before this printing and stationery. So our reading is completed. Now in next slides we solve this problem step by steps. Okay, starts to solve the practice problem number 4 of the partnership final account. So for that purpose the format is available in front of you. First of all we write in the books of Mira and Madhav, then we prepare the trading and profit and loss account where we combine both the accounts in ledger form along with the debit and credit side. Then balance sheet statement we prepare where there is a left hand side is the liability and right hand side is the assets, and along with this we prepare the partners capital of Mira and Madhav. Okay, so let us start to post the item by debit balance of the trial balance. First of all is given in debit balance list stock, the date is given 1st April 2018, that is the opening stock of this current year. So we recorded it on the trading account debit side as a 2 opening stock. Directly outer column we record the amount, that is 25,000. Okay, next one is given the debtors amount is 80,500, that is a current asset. So balance sheet asset side we recorded it as a 80,500. Student, here there is an adjustment, that's why we recorded it in inner column as 80,500. Next one is the bills receivable. Again it is a current assets asset side. In balance sheet we recorded it as a bills receivable. Directly outer column 10,000 because no adjustment is here. Next one is the purchases. We already know that the purchases we recorded in trading account debit side below the opening stock. Inner column we record the items amount, that is two purchases 2,08,500, because when we read the credit balance list there is a purchase return is available. So when there is a purchase return comes, we deduct that amount from the purchases. Okay, and next one is the returns. Only returns is given, that returns means sales return. Okay, debit balance is the sales returns, so we that deducted from the sales amount in trading account credit sides. Now temporarily we show it as a less sales returns amount. Inner column 1,000 we put it. Afterwards when there is a sales come, we deduct that amount from the sales amount. Okay, next one is the carriage inward. Carriage inwards, it is really direct expenditure. So trading account debit side we recorded as a to carriage inward. Directly outer column 3,000. Next one is the carriage outward. It is a selling related expenditure. Directly outer column we record the amount of this in profit and loss account debit side, so we show it as a to carriage outward 4,500. Next one is the motor vehicle. It is a fixed assets, we show it in balance sheet asset side. Motor vehicle, no adjustment is here, so directly outer column we put the amount of motor vehicle, that is 55,000. Next one is the general expenses. It is recorded on the profit and loss account debit side to general expenses 1,800. Again below that we show the export duty. Export duty is 900. Profit and loss account debit side to export duty 900 we recorded. Next, advertisement amount of rupees 4,000. Here we see that there is a hidden adjustment, so inner column we put the amount of rupees 4,800. Total this expenditure is incurred from the 1st October 2018. So in current year there is a total 6 months benefit we get from that. So 6 months benefit we calculated. How it is calculated? 4,800 into 6 divided by 36 months, because this expenditure is incurred for 3 years. So total 3 years months is 36 months. 12 plus 12 plus 12, that is 36 months. That's why we multiplied the 4,800 into 6 months divided by 6 months divided by 36 months. So we get the 6 months advertisement which is related to the current year, which we put it on the outer side, that is 800. Okay, so the remaining amount, that is 4,800 minus 800, so balancing amount, that is a 4,000 amount which is related to the next year, which we called as a prepaid advertisement. So that we show it as a less prepaid 4,000. It means 4,800 minus 4,000, and outer column we already recorded, that is 800. So this type of presentation we show it in profit and loss account debit side. And second effect of this prepaid, we show it on the asset side, because the prepaid advertisement, it is a current asset, so asset side we recorded as a prepaid advertisement, amount is 4,000. Okay, next one is the printing and stationery. Printing and stationery, it is a indirect expenditure. So profit and loss account debit side, it is recorded as a 2. Printing and stationery amount is 1,200 because adjustment is there. Next, drawing is there. It is recorded on the partners capital account debit side to drawing account. Mira's drawing is 3,500. So Mira's column we put the amount of rupees 3,500. Madhav's drawing is 2,000. So we put the amount of rupees 2,000 in Madhav column. Next one is the leasehold premises. That leasehold premises, it is a fixed assets which is taken by the partnership firm for on lease basis. So temporarily it is a fixed assets for the partnership firm. That amount of that leasehold premises is 1,10,000. So inner column we recorded because adjustment is there. Okay, next one is the cash at bank, it is a current asset, so asset side we recorded it as a cash at bank 45,000. And last one, the furniture, it is also the fixed asset, so asset side we recorded as a furniture directly outer column because no adjustment is related to the furniture. Amount is rupees 8,300. Student, here debit balance list is finished. Now we see the credit balance list. First of all, bank overdraft, it is a current liability. Balance sheet liability side we recorded as a bank overdraft, amount outer column 5,000. Next one is the bills payable, liability side again below the bank overdraft, that is a bills payable. Outer column amount we recorded as of 12,500. Next, creditor again, similarly in balance sheet liability side we show it as a creditors, outer column we put the amount of rupees 68,000. Next, sales is there, it is a direct income, so trading account credit side we show it as a by sales. Inner column we record the 3,25,000. Already we presented the sales return amount of rupees 1,000 which we deducted from and that amount, so we get the balancing amount of rupees 3,24,000, that is a net sales. Okay. Next is the outstanding rent. Student, here directly the outstanding rent is given to you, so one effect of it, it is shown on the balance sheet liability side, it is a current liability. Next, similarly unpaid wages, it is also current liability, just only the words they use the another, outstanding means the unpaid. Okay, so it's a current liability. Liability side we recorded as a unpaid wages, directly outer column 1,500. Next one is the opening capital of the Mira and Madhav. Mira's, which we show it on the partners capital account credit side, we recorded it as a by balance brought down. Mira's column we put the amount of rupees 75,000 and Madhav's capital 75,000. Okay, and last item, purchase return. That purchase return we deducted from the purchases in trading account. And debit side amount is rupees 1,000, so balancing amount we recorded on the outside column, that is 2,07,500, so it is a net purchases. So student, here our trial balance items are over. Now we see the adjustments effects. We already know that every adjustment has a two effects, so we show the effect on both sides of the final account. First adjustment is the closing stock is valued at rupees 32,000. Okay, the closing stock, if first effect is shown on the trading account credit side as by closing stock amount of rupees 32,000, and second effect of it shown on the asset side because closing stock is the current assets 32,000 we recorded. Second adjustments provide the provision for doubtful debts rupees 2,000. It is a provision, there is a provision for doubtful debts, we called it as a RDD also. RDD in adjustment which we deducted from debtors, we show it as a minus provision for doubtful debts amount of rupees 2,000. We deduct that 2,000 from the debtors amount, that is 80,500, so we get the balancing amount of rupees 78,500. And second effect of this which we shown on the profit and loss account debit side to RBDD account, first it is RDD in adjustment, outer column we record the amount of rupees 2,000. Okay, next here the second adjustments, both the effects we presented or recorded. Now the third adjustments create the reserve for discount on debtors at the rate of rupees 3%. Here also this adjustment is also related to the debtors again, so that discount allowed to the debtors we deduct from the balancing amount of the debtors. So asset side we show it as a first of all, first effect minus reserve for discount on debtors at the rate of rupees 3%. We calculate that 3% on the amount of balancing amount of the debtors, that is 78,500. So we calculate the 3%. How it is calculated? 78,500 into 3 divided by 100. So we get the amount of rupees 2,355, and the balancing amount we show it on the outer column of the balance sheet, that is 76,145. It means now your debtor show it as a 76,145. And the second effect of this, it's shown on the profit and loss account debit side as a to reserve for a discount on debtors amount, outer column 2,355. Okay, third adjustment is also over. Now fourth adjustment, valued of leasehold premises on 31st March 2019 rupees 1 lakh. Here information they gives us that your leasehold premises is valued at rupees 1 lakh. So outer column we show that leasehold premises as a 1 lakh, but inner column we recorded as a 1 lakh 10,000. It is this amount we get from the trial balance. So there is a difference between the amount, that is 1 lakh 10,000 minus 1 lakh, we get the difference of rupees 10,000. Here we assume that the 10,000 is because of the depreciation, because that leasehold premises is a fixed assets, so we show it as a depreciation. So we show that 10,000 as a depreciation, minus depreciation 10,000, and outer column 1 lakh rupees. Okay, second effect of this also we shown on the profit and loss account debit side as to depreciation on leasehold premises, directly outer column 10,000. Next adjustment, that is the last adjustment, outstanding expenditure, that is printing and stationery rupees 500. Printing and stationeries, there is a outstanding related expenditure is there, so we add that outstanding amount in particular expenditure. So we add outstanding of printing and stationery in profit and loss account debit side, amount is 500, and outside we take the total of both the amount, 1200 plus 500, 1700. And second effect of this outstanding, we show it on the liability side, outstanding expenses for printing and stationery, outer column 500. Okay student, here our all the adjustment also completed. Now the closing time. Okay, so one by one we close both the accounts. Trading account, first of all we close, we take the total of debit side and credit side. Here we find out that credit side is more than the debit side, so we get the balance in credit balance amount, that is 1,20,500. That credit balance is called as a gross profit, so we show it as a debit side of the trading account to gross profit carried down 1,20,500. Okay, now we take the total of trading account, that is 3,56,000. Here your trading account is closed. Afterwards that gross profit is transferred to the profit and loss account on credit side, so we show it as a by gross profit, amount is 1,20,500. Now we close the profit and loss account. Similar like a trading account, we also close that account also, take the total of debit side and credit side. We see that there is only one items is there in profit and loss account credit side, so credit side total is 1,20,500. So we deduct the amount from the debit side total. Here also we find out the credit balance, that is called as a net profit. How it is show it on the profit and loss account, we show it as a debit side to partners capital account in bracket net profit. We get the amount of rupees credit balance, that is net profit 96,445. Okay, as per the partnership agreement of the Mira and Madhav, we distribute that profit in equal ratio. Student, here in this problem, profit sharing ratio is silent, it means nothing is given related to the profit and loss sharing ratio. So here we assume that it is equally. Okay, so equally we distribute the net profit amount. So Mira's share is 48,223 and Madhav's amount is 48,222. Okay, now we take the total of profit and loss account is 1 lakh, that is 1,20,500. Okay, now afterwards we transfer that net profit to the partners capital account. Credit side we write it as a by profit and loss account in bracket net profit. Mira's column 48,223, Madhav's column 48,222. Okay, now we close the both the partners capital account. First of all we close the Mira's capital, we find out the credit balance, so we show it on the debit side as to balance carried down. Mira's balance is 1,19,723. Similar like Mira, we also close the Madhav. Here also the credit balance we find out, and that balance is 1,21,222. Now that balances of Mira and Madhav capital we transfer to the balance sheet. Liability side we show it as a liability side partners capital account. Mira's capital 1,19,723 in inner column we write it. Then Madhav capital 1,21,222. Then we take the total of both the capital balances, that is 2,40,945. It show it as a total capital of the partnership firm. Okay, now we take the total of partners capital account of Mira and Madhav's account, that is Mira's total is 1,23,000 1,23,223 and Madhav's total is 1,23,222. After all, we close the balance sheet. Here we take the total of liability and asset side. Here when we take the total, we find out that the total of the liability and assets are equal. It means our balance sheet is tallied. Student, here our final account practice problem number 4 is completed. So I hope you understood the solution of this practice problem number 4. Practice this type of final accounts problem again and again. Thank you.